If you wanted to be a billionaire, how long would it take you? 10 years? 20? A lifetime? What if we told you that for quite a few folks, it took them only 1 year? That's right, 1 year, and they could trade out that shoddy old Ford Taurus for a shiny new Lambo. Today we are taking a look at the quickest paths ever to becoming the 1%. And spoiler alert, in case you didn't know, a lot of these guys are rather tech savvy. Looks like if you want to join their ranks, you better switch that major from basket weaving to computer science. First up, we're going to talk about everyone's favorite computer whiz, Mark Zuckerberg. The founder of Facebook wasn't always worth billions. To be exact, $119.2 billion at the time of producing this video. Back in February of 2004, Facebook was launched, and Zuckerberg was no more rich than you or me. During this time, Facebook was actually called The Facebook and was only able to be used by users who were in college. Basically, to sign up, it was required that you had an email with .edu at the end. But Zuck saw there was a way to make a buck. And on September 26, 2006, Facebook was made available to anyone who was over the age of 13. By late 2007, Facebook had over 100,000 pages, and by 2008, Mark Zuckerberg was placed on the Forbes World Billionaire list with a then net worth of $1.3 billion. It only took him 4 years. Hey, speaking of Facebook, one of Zuckerberg's cohorts in his business also just happened to gain billionaire status and do it very quickly. And that man is Sean Parker. Maybe you remember the movie The Social Network, which grossed an impressive $224.9 million at the box office, where Parker was portrayed by none other than Justin Timberlake, who's worth an approximate $220 million. Hey, if JT is playing you, you're doing something right. Parker co-founded the music-sharing site Napster in 1999. Then served as the president of Facebook from 2004 to early 2006, but retained 70 million shares of the company. By 2011, Parker was a billionaire, and today is worth around $2.7 billion at the time of producing this video. And it only took him a speedy 6.5 years to get his billionaire status. If you have a smartphone, you've probably downloaded Snapchat at some point. Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy were the inventors of the picture-sharing app, where the pictures disappear after a short amount of time. It was way back in 2011 that these two came up with the idea. They were Stanford students at the time. During these early days, there was actually a third student working on Snapchat with these two, a man by the name of Reggie Brown. But unfortunately for him, Reggie was driven out of the newly formed company early on, and Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy were set to hit incredible heights. Their first billion was made in 2014, which put them on the Forbes Billionaire list in 2015. That's only 3 years, folks. Today, Spiegel is worth $11.8 billion at the time of producing this video, and Murphy is worth $12.7 billion. Everyone's favorite super rich bald guy is up next on our list. We're talking, of course, about Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com. It was on July 5th, 1994 that Amazon was first created, and in those days, it was just a simple online bookstore. In 1997, Amazon went public, and Bezos suddenly was very rich. In 1999, Bezos was finally entered on the Forbes Billionaire list, and his net worth at the time was $10.1 billion. Believe it or not, that's only a 5-year journey to billionaire status. Don't give up, folks! You can do it! 2026 and you can be a billionaire too, and be worth $187 billion, which is his net worth at the time of producing this video. Here's arguably the speediest ascent to billionaire status on our list. His name is J.S. Walker, and it took him only 1 year to become a billionaire. Oh, you heard that right, folks. So how did he do it? Well, let's break it down for you. See, Walker is the creator of the website known as Priceline.com, which, in case you didn't know, is an online travel agency for finding discount rates on tickets and hotels and all that jazz for your upcoming trip. The website couldn't have been founded at a better time. .com websites were all the rage, and Walker shot up to an incredible $1.8 billion net worth after just 1 year of creating his website. Hey, that's what happens when you create a great website during the .com bubble of the late 90s. But as with all bubbles, the .com bubble burst. And by October of 2000, Walker's billionaire bank account was now worth only $333 million. Hey, still very respectable. Today, he's worth approximately $500 million at the time of producing this video. Jerry Yang and David Filo are next on our Fast Track to Billionaire list. These two are also computer wizards and are known for creating none other than the website Yahoo. They were also Stanford grads, like the aforementioned Snapchat inventors Evan Spiegel and Bob Murphy. And the Yahoo boys had their billion-dollar idea way back in 1994. It was during this time that they created a website titled Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web. Not really the catchiest name, huh? Apparently, Yang and Filo thought that as well, and later that year, they renamed the website Yahoo. In 1996, they took their company public, and by 1998, the two were billionaires. That, folks, is only a 4-year turnaround from the 99% to the 1%. These days, the two men have moved on from Yahoo to pursue other projects. Yang is now worth $2.4 billion at the time of producing this video, and Filo is worth $3.5 billion. Here's yet another website creator whose internet creation took him straight to the top, and took him to the top rather quickly. Pierre Omidyar is who we want to talk about next, and in case you didn't know, Mr. Omidyar is the founder of eBay.com. He launched the site in 1995 when he was only 28 years old. Apparently, the first item ever sold was a broken laser pointer. 3 years later, eBay went public, starting at only $18 a share. Within 3 months, those shares were worth $300, and Pierre was a billionaire. Today, at the time of producing this video, he is worth $23 billion. But his rise to first becoming a billionaire only took him 3 years. Wow. Last up on our list of the fastest billionaires in the biz, we come to one of the loudest, the most charismatic, and definitely one of the most well-known billionaires out there. His name is Mark Cuban, and his rise to join the 3 Comma Club only took him 4 years to do. Not many people know this, but Cuban was the frontman of Broadcast.com, an internet radio station website that was formed back in September of 1995. When he sold it for $5.7 billion in 1999, he ascended the monetary ranks and added $1.6 billion to his net worth. You'll never guess who bought it. It was Yahoo. What has Cuban been up to since? Well, maybe the question should be, what hasn't he been up to since? He currently owns the Dallas Mavericks, has stakes in Magnolia Pictures, is one of the personalities on the hit TV show Shark Tank, and is a huge proponent and owner of cryptocurrency, specifically Dogecoin. Today, he's worth $4.4 billion at the time of writing this. And that's our list of billionaires who blasted to the top. But before we go, we'd like to share one of the most inspiring billionaire stories out there. We want to talk about Oprah Winfrey. While she wasn't one of the fastest billionaires, her humble beginning might just make her one of the most extreme net worth changes of all time. Growing up, she didn't even have running water or electricity, but she never gave up and got her start in radio in 1973. Today, she's worth $2.7 billion at the time of writing this. So, don't give up, you can do it, and one day, you'll be a part of the richest. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more great content all about the wealthy and the well-off.